see here, like when we log into our AWS account, in this account, you have to search identity management, identity and access management. And then you click on that and then you go to users and then you create here. So I just give one username, let's say Himesh. This is once where, for example, let's say you want to give permission to this user so that he can use his credentials to log into AWS Console. Then you can click on this option. But for now, I want programmatic access. So I'm looking forward to use this user via access keys and secret keys. I just go here. There are some options. You can attach this users to a user to a group. Then you can copy permissions from some of the existing users to this. For example, let's say there are two users. One, you are going to create a new one, and the other one is which is an existing. And let's say the new user that you want to create, you just want all the permissions which an existing user has to be copied. So it's similar to, for example, let's say there are two members in the team. One is old, who have one user can access the account, have all permissions, and the new developer joins and he want his own permissions. So without wasting time, you can just copy the permissions for from an existing users to the new user. For now, I'm going to attach some policy here. So let's say, I mean, there are different policies. For example, let's say you want to give this user only permissions related to S3. So you can just search S3 here. You see here Amazon S3 full access. You can have only read only access. So meaning this particular users can only read S3 related things. He cannot write. In case if you want to give full access, it means he can write, read, and do all kind of things which are related to S3. Similarly, all the services here they have a specific policy. Like I will also demonstrate you how to create a custom policy. For example, giving permissions specifically to certain S3 buckets. You can create a custom policy also. But yeah, for now, this session, this demonstration, I'll be focusing on how to create a particular user. So for now, let's go ahead with administrative access, meaning this particular user can do all. He can use any services, he can write to any services, Lambda, Event Bridge, SNS, SQS, step functions, DynamoDB, all S3, everything he can access, he can write, he can read, he can deploy. So yeah, I selected this administrative access. Click on next. Now you see here, this is the permission that has been, given to this particular user. The name of the user is Pimish. You can select here, like if you want to have password reset option, but for now I don't want. I click on create user. It will take a bit of time and then it will create the user. So you see here this user has been created, this green message. Now you click on this user. Over here this user is created. This is the ARN. So it is very important to understand that on AWS world, every single item, every single service or a component has got a unique identification. That unique identification is called ARN. Okay, Amazon resource, and then number. So this is ARN, um, and now this is pretty much all which we do usually. Coming to the part now, how this user can access. So we usually create access keys. So for example, over here, I have different options. So to create access key, if I want use this particular users to be used by command line interface. So I'll just click here, meaning that this particular user, when I generate this access key for this radio button, that means that whenever you have AWS CLI on your machine and you want to deploy, you want to create, you want to do anything with this particular user credentials, you will need this option. Then application running on AWS infrastructure. So for example, let's say you already have EC2, you have one Lambda function which you want to run, uh, or let's say you have S3 which you want to access from EC2. So in that case, you would definitely need something which is connected to this application running outside AWS. There also you can do local code development. So this is where you want to do some coding programmatically. You want to create, get the access. So this is where this option comes in. So for in my case, I think I would go with this CLI because this is where I would like to start with, and then we'll switch to local code, meaning we will programmatically try to create Lambda functions, deploy the things. But for now, try to use CLI. And then you click on this, and then you click on next, and then you can give any tag value. So for example, let's say AWS CLI. Um, so it's simple, and then create access key. So now you see here, this is where you got access key, and this is the secret key. I'm not going to show you. I'll definitely delete this secret key and access key, but these are the things which you will need most of the time when you play around or configure your AWS CLI. So yeah, that's pretty much all from user perspective. You can download CSV file if you want to save your access key and secret key, because after this screen, this will be gone forever. You won't be able to access those keys again. So that is where it is preferable to, download this particular file. And then you click on done. And if you see here, this access is created, but the secret key is not visible. So yeah, that's how it particular works. So I will delete this user because that was only for demonstration purpose. And there we go. The user is deleted. And thank you very much for this video. I will post some new next videos related to AWS CLI, and then we will start the real development work for the AWS services to be created on AWS infrastructure. Thank you very much.